What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be jumping into stage 4 of the Collection of Epic Battles event here. So we have one more mission to take down. We did a previous video. I'm on the wrong page here. Sorry about that. We did a previous video where we got 2 of the missions done, because you have to beat it with the Android Cell Saga team, Mastered Evolution team, and Entrusted Will. But if you were to use all 3 of those categories at the same time, there's basically no units that you have the option to build teams with. So we had to do it in 2 separate runs. We got the Android Cell Saga and Entrusted Will done in the first run, and now we're just going to run this with a Mastered Evolution team to be able to get the final pieces of this support memory that are going to allow us to have Android Cell Saga superclass allies permanent buffs in battle, which will be very, very fun stuff. So let's go ahead and switch back over to in-game. This is the Mastered Evolution team that I built. It is combined with a Kamehameha team. That way we can use 2 of the Super Saiyan 2 Gohans as a lead and a friend lead here, which I thought would be a good idea. Definitely not the strongest Mastered Evolution build that we could bring, but with it being also a Kamehameha team, this is about the best we can get. If it doesn't work out too well with this team, then we're going to switch over and use this Power Beyond Super Saiyan Movie Heroes team that's also Mastered Evolution. I think overall this team is a little stronger. We just won't be able to use 2 of the Super Saiyan 2 Gohans. But I did want him to kind of be the highlight unit, since this is the whole Android Cell Saga event type thing, right? Makes sense to me. Okay, so let's see what our rotations are looking like. I'm definitely going to want to keep the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, in first slot. And then we'll probably do the LR Gods with one of them, and maybe the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan with another. So we've got a lot of units here that are basically all of our third slot units are here, right? So we'll go ahead and just run it like this. Oh, I did want to quickly check. We have a lot of Ki Blast supers, so I do need to keep that in mind for the second fight, because the second phase you get to choose which fight you want to do, whether you want to go up against the Android 19 and 20 that can absorb Ki Blast supers, or if you're going to go up against the Android 16, 17, and 18, and it's like a multi-phase fight. On the last run, we went against the 19 and 20, so we'll probably go the opposite way this time, just to shake it up, and because we learned our lesson last time. We had a lot of Ki Blast supers, and we went that way, and he was absorbing quite a few of our attacks, so we did end up getting lucky and stunning him, which apparently nullifies his ability to absorb your Ki Blast supers, so that was lucky. But yeah, other than that, you're definitely going to have to go the left path. So we're going to take this way. Okay, so we'll be against Android 17 and 18, and then it'll morph into an Android 16 after we take these 2 down. Okay, so we've got options a bit. I guess we'll just run the rotations like this, so that we have full type advantage, defensively. That'll work out. Okay, so we'll just attack, I guess we'll just attack STR and STR, and then make him attack Fizz if there is still, the STR is still alive. Okay, so I'm definitely not too worried about the early stages of this fight. It wasn't that difficult with the other team that we took this down with. I think we're definitely not going to struggle too much. Even on the third phase of the fight, it's really going to be in that 4th and final phase where you're going up against the perfect cell that transforms all the way up. That's where the difficulty really starts to ramp up. So we'll see. But we do have a few units on the team that need to build up. Obviously, both of our Super Saiyan 2 Gohans are going to stay in slot 1 so that they can guard for us up front. That cell, it seems like, likes to super attack right out the gates, so it'll be really nice to have the Super Saiyan 2 Gohans there to tank for us, and then get all their defense raises and stuff. And then we have the LR Gods that can do a little bit of stacking and stuff as well, so we're going to have them in second slot. And then hopefully, at some point, if our HP drops below 70%, then we'll be able to transform with the Super Saiyan 2 Goku as well, and then he can start putting in some work, especially considering the very final phase of this fight at the very, very end is going to be against an int enemy, so the fact that he's physical is going to help us out quite a bit there. Okay, how do we want to do this? Who links better? I assume the Super Saiyan Goku, right? Oh, well, they both have 5. I believe Fierce Battle's a better link than Saiyan Warrior Race, so we'll leave it like this for now. Still don't have our rotations fully quite set, but that is bound to happen when you've got all of your, slot 3 units at the very beginning. We had them all on the first rotation, so that means that we had multiple of our slot 1 and 2 units on the same rotation, on the opposite side. So yeah. Unfortunately, we got really, really unlucky with the rotations, but it's actually not affecting us too much, because usually we're just kind of taking these fights down in like the first 1 or 2 hits anyway. So yeah, as long as we have them set up by the end of this event, we should be fine. That is one thing that they kind of do to artificially, like, everybody likes to talk about, like, artificial difficulty that they add to these events in game, but I feel like there's also an opposite effect that occurs sometimes that people don't really call out enough, and I think that's, like, when they artificially make it easier by, you know, giving it, they gave us ultimately multiple fights in a row that were so easy to beat just now that we were able to freely get our rotations set up so we didn't have to worry, right? Like, if you've ever gone into a Super Battle Road stage and then had your rotations completely wonky, sometimes you just lose right away because Super Battle Road is really difficult. It's consistently difficult throughout the whole thing. So when you very first start the very first fight, you need to have your rotations set at least somewhat properly, otherwise you're just going to get screwed. If all your slot 3 units just show up on the first rotation, you're probably going to die in the very first phase, right? So yeah, it is nice when they artificially make events a little bit easier for us by doing those things. Okay, yeah. This is... Okay, now we have a rotation set, finally, I think. We're good to go here. Okay, and we are... good to go there. Did we just start this phase? We did, huh? Okay, I thought we were already on the third fight, but it looks like we're just now starting the third fight. Just completely losing track of where we're at right here. I'm kind of checked out as far as like what's going on in the game because it's so easy so far. I'll start paying more attention once we get into that final phase. I'm just like over here grinding my JP account on the side on my second phone, so doing the Android 17 EZA. Obviously just autoing it, but... Okay, it looks like this is the first turn that the enemy's actually going to survive. Oh no, because he gives himself ki when we're facing extreme class allies, so never mind. We're still one-turning every phase of this fight. Okay... Yeah, this is easily going to be another one-turned phase here. We are creeping kind of close to that Dokkan attack, which is okay. We're getting very, very close to the final phases here now, so launching the Dokkan attack at any point would be fine. Oh, we're going to take absolutely nothing from this. This is post-super, and we have type advantage and guard. Yeah, we're fine. We are good to go. You know, I kind of feel bad for people that don't have the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or the Int Cell. That's going to make these stages much more difficult to take down. Well, maybe not much more difficult, but you're probably going to have to do, like, multiple runs to get these category missions done. Because I don't imagine, like, without the buffs of these strongest characters, I don't think you're going to be able to limit your that heavily with things. So you might have to do, like, 3 runs, which is perfectly an acceptable strategy, right? It just takes a little bit more time. To do them all back-to-back. But the event doesn't cost any stamina, so you might as well, right? Just takes some more time, which isn't something I was interested in doing. I wanted to get all these done as quickly as possible. It's always nice to be able to get, like, all the missions done at once if you can, type of thing, right? Okay, Stats looking a little low at the start here, but that's fine. They will build... They will grow. Okay. Let's see how we fare on this turn. I'm a little bit worried about that final slot. But again, I warned you guys. This cell absolutely loves super attacking at the beginning. So this Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is just going to repeatedly be tanking for us over and over and over. I'm pretty much going to expect that every time we hit a new phase of this fight, he's just going to super me right away. I'm going to go in with the assumption that that's going to happen. And then see, like, how we fare based on that assumption. Because I assume that is true. It's been so consistent that he's done that. Okay, and I think we're actually going to one-phase this fight again. Oh, man. This team is really strong. This team is performing a lot better than I thought it was going to. I don't know if we're gonna be in this fight long enough to get like the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan transformations. We'll see, because that doesn't happen until turn 5, I believe, when we're facing off against an Android Cell Saga category enemy. Dude, passive skill. I'm looking at his kit right now to see. Here, I'll select my things for the turn. Okay, so again, we're on the next phase of the fight. I assume he is going to super attack us right away. So we want to make sure that we have Gohan up front to tank. And then we'll get as much healing as possible here. Get a couple AGL orbs. Very nice. And we're not quite at the Dokkan attack. It's going to pop at the beginning of next turn. Yep, and there's the super attack again, as expected. So yeah, our HP needs to be below 50%, 58% from the 5th turn, and then we'll be able to get our transformation here. So I don't know if our HP is going to be low enough, to be honest with you. Well, it's low enough right now, so maybe I'm speaking too soon. But it's also only turn 2, and we do have a Dokkan attack that's going to heal us, so yeah, kind of scrap that plan. We're going to have to take another super attack or two to really make up for that. Okay, and the same thing happened to me last time. When I was on this physical phase, we were able to achieve the Dokkan attack here. Which obviously isn't like the best thing, because it would be smarter for us to get it on the beginning of the next rotation and then just one turn the whole phase of that fight. But I am perfectly fine with us, doing this here. I didn't experience this last time, the character locking. I got really lucky and actually didn't really have to deal with any character locking. So that is a bit unfortunate. I guess we do this then. We put Super Saiyan 3 Goku up front. We're going to transform him, and then I guess we just have to hope he survives those first few hits. Yeah, wow. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get a defensive raise with this Gohan, unfortunately, because we won't be able to get him in the first slot. So let's do this transformation real quick. Okay, so now all we can really do is risk it for the biscuit. There's really not much else to this. I think, let's see what our defensive stats are at. What's going to be the smartest way? Probably this. So all these physical orbs drop. It's not as many as I would have hoped. Okay, we can at least get 4 here. So what's our HP? 280, so we have to survive, potentially we have to survive a super attack for 280k. So we have to dodge or we're dead. Okay, so he killed us only because we didn't have, or because Super Saiyan 2 Gohan got locked out of the first slot. So I will go ahead and run it back. Once we get back to that physical phase, I will hop back in and be with you guys. Okay, so we are finally back here on the physical phase. Okay, let's see what we're rocking here. So we did get an unfortunate lock again. So our slot 2 unit gets thrown in slot 3, but it's no big deal, because if we were going to get him, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku replaced by anyone, it would have been this guy, the transforming Goku. So this does work out okay. I'm not too mad that he got locked out of rotation there. This is still going to work out fine for us, I think. Okay, how do we want to do this? I guess we can run... we'll do this here. And then we'll grab these orbs. I'm just trying to get as much healing as possible. We're in the exact same spot with our Dokkan attack, too. Trying to set up orbs for next rotation as well. I don't really know what the best choice is here. I guess that. Sure. Yeah, that'll work. It's fine. Okay, yeah, so I'm thinking we're probably still going to get that Dokkan attack off. Okay, yeah, so he is still consistently doing the slot 1 super thing. He did that on the last phase as well. He supered us right out the gates. So that is pretty much just something we can heavily anticipate at this point. We know is pretty much going to be the case, right? Okay, so we're pretty much in the exact same position that we were in before, where now we just need to get really, really lucky that there is no locking on the on the next rotation, or at least that the Super Saiyan 2 Goku doesn't get locked. The AGL, or the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Gohan doesn't get locked out of slot 1. That would be the only sucky thing. And that happens, we're probably just going to die again, and then you will never see this footage. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully not. Oh, actually... No, I don't think we're going to kill here. Just barely not, right? I'm thinking. Oh, literally just barely not. Okay, glancing at the Dokkan gauge, if we don't select... Okay, so there is no locking, which is good. So that means that Gohan is going to be able to survive this first super attack for us. If we don't select any same type orbs, then we definitely will not get the Dokkan attack here, which is actually really, really clutch. That way we can rely on the Dokkan attack on the next rotation. So let's do that. And then, oh man, it's so close, but it's not going to pop. It's not going to, I believe. There we go. Okay, so this actually works out a little bit better than the last rotation. Oh wow, for once. Oh, no, that's because this is not the first phase of this physical fight, so he didn't super attack us right away. Right. Okay, so we just got one more stack for that Gohan, which is clutch. And now we have the Dokkan attack. So again, hopefully there's no lock. That makes this unfortunate for us. We'll have to see what happens, though. Okay, yep, no lock. So we're probably gonna one-hit this guy. I mean, I assume, right? That's a pretty safe assumption that we're gonna get the one-shot here. He is going to super attack us up front, though, so that's the only thing. Are we gonna be able to survive this? We only have 360k. It's probably gonna be decently close, but I imagine we'll live. Get a little bit of extra healing here, not much. Okay, so we're at 273k. He didn't super. Okay, so maybe it's just a really, really high chance for him to do that super at the beginning, and not, like, guaranteed. Because last time, I'm pretty sure he, like, supered us every single, you know, when we got to a new phase of the fight, he would super us every single time right away. We are going to have to kill him in one phase here, because that final slot is looking pretty detrimental. Especially considering we're not going to get the heal from the Dokkan attack until after that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that Dokkan attack worked out very, very well for us. So now we are on the final phase of the fight. And I think because of that Dokkan attack, we're probably not going to see Gohan's transformation. Because now we're back to full HP. And he needs to be below 58% to, you know, to see the effects of it. Should we transform with the gods? I don't think so. I think it would make more sense to just keep them like this for now. No. I don't know. It's actually a tough decision. I'm not sure what to do here. Screw it. Let's go ahead and transform them.
Let's do this, Vegeta!
Yeah, so this is, after all, the very final phase of this event. It's the hardest hitting, right? So I think it's probably wise because they don't have guard up or anything anymore. They didn't get a ton of stacks in. They don't have amazing defense. I think it's going to be smartest to rely on the dodges. So we'll give them the 2 rainbow orbs here for the dodging. And then we'll throw Gohan here. And if all the patterns continue, then it's very, very possible that they super attack that first slot, right? So maybe it would have been smarter for me to put Gohan there so he could tank it, but they can dodge it, right? So those are kind of equal things, I suppose. We just have the chance to dodge is the only thing. So yeah, we'll have to see how this fares for us. There is still a chance we die right here. But as long as we make it past this first slot with the LR Gods, then we're fine. And there's the super, there's the dodge. Wonderful, just as planned. Yeah, and you can see from how hard they got hit on that normal, they definitely would have taken a lot of damage from that super. Maybe even died, maybe. But now we're for sure safe, right? And now he has no more of those like guaranteed first slot supers or anything, so we should be good for the rest of the fight. I think that clearing that slot right there definitely just sealed the deal for the win. Okay. Wow, we're actually up to Super Saiyan 3 Goku here. Oh, multiple locking. Interesting. Interesting. So right when we thought we won. He locked both the units that would be able to tank decently out of the first slot, and our only option is to keep this Super Saiyan 2 Goku here. He has horrible defense, but there's really not much we can do about that. So we're just going to have to roll with it, I guess. Like, literally, we don't have items or anything. This is the only thing that we can do right now. It's just hope. So let's just hope he doesn't super attack us at the beginning, or we're going to lose again. Oh, we're going to lose anyway. Oh, well. Okay. Alright. Well, I guess I'm going to... Jeez. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so that is the struggle of the team I built with the full Kamehameha thing going on here, right? Because, oh, this isn't the build. This one, yeah. That's really the struggle with this full Kamehameha team, is that some of these units are not that good, right? So one more time, we're going to run this back. I'll meet you guys back on the final phase of the fight. Alright, party peoples, we are back on the final stage. Okay, looks like we got pretty lucky there just now with no locking on this final phase. Because peeping at the wiki a little heavier, I realized that the only phases that actually locked were that physical phase where we keep getting the Dokkan attack off, and then the this final int phase locks as well. But those are the only two, so we got very, very lucky that we didn't see a lock here, as we saw a double lock that killed us last time, right? So, okay, who am I going to want to keep in slot 1 here? Probably AGL Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. It's pretty safe to assume that this guy's going to super attack us right away. So yeah, I think I want to keep the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan up front for that. And then Super Saiyan 3 Goku, second slot. Yeah, this works out fine. I think we should be good here. I think we live this. I think we live, especially because post-super, right? So our HP is, or our defense is going to be very, very high this turn. We are definitely starting to get up there, and yeah, especially if we're going to be getting additional super attacks like this. Not too bad at all. I will take it. We'll go for the third. Yeah, so this super attack is definitely not going to do much damage to us. Hopefully he does stay true and super attack the first slot here. Come on, let's see it. There it is. Very, very good. How much do we take from this? Nothing. Wow. He did stun us, and I believe that is like a multiple turn stun that happens. Like he stuns us for like 9 turns or something like that. I don't think I'm making that up. It's kind of frustrating because on the wiki it doesn't actually tell us the specifics of those abilities. Because I know that there are some enemies in here that have like really, really long ceiling timers or really, really long stun timers that basically take your unit out of the game. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure that that's what just happened there, but it doesn't look like it matters, because pretty sure we just turn 1 this anyway. Okay, well, that was a much smoother run, I will definitely say. Probably our fastest run, too. We blazed through the first half of that. I can always go a little quicker when I don't have to focus on camera, and I can just click through all the stages, you know, so. Okay, there we go. We got the final missions done here, so it looks like we're going to be able to build our full support memory here. Very, very nice stuff. So now we have this one to use. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and finish it up there. So if you guys enjoyed that run, then consider being a part of the Toxic Tribe with a like, comment, and subscribe on the video. That is going to do it for this one, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.